Welcome to the DIY McLeod channel. Thanks for checking out the video. In this video, I wanted to create something for myself, make myself a little gift, if you will. I decided to make myself a golf putter. Something I had thought about just the other day and decided to put into action. So I designed the head, 3D printed it out of PETG. I had a threaded steel rod about 4 feet in length laying around in the shop, and then I used a curtain rod that I cut down to length for the grip. You'll see the end results of the project towards the end of the video, but I'll show you how I made it as we go along. To start off the project, I designed the putter head in Fusion 360. That took about 16 minutes, and I'll show you that at the end of the video if you care to look at it. I sped it up so you don't have to see the whole thing. Once I designed the putter head, I went ahead and put that in the 3D printer. It said it would take about 7 hours to finish the putter head, so I started working on some of the other things. The handle and the shaft altogether only took about an hour to build all the way out, so the putter head was really the part that took the most time. For the handle, I took that curtain rod, I cut it to the length that felt comfortable with 2 hands, and then I sanded down one of the sides in order to give myself good thumb placement. After that, I found the center of the curtain rod just by eye. My original plan was to drill all the way through the handle and hold it on with a nut on each side of the handle, but I'm glad I switched to drilling about halfway through and threading it onto the rod. With the threaded rod itself, I put some nuts on top of the threaded rod, locked it into place in a clamp, and then bent it into shape. So I had to bend it twice, once right at the putter head, and then another bend to kind of even things out. You'll see the bends there as I twirl it around to put the nut on. That nut is going to help hold in the handle. The other nuts will help hold in the putter head. So I put in a bend to help create the angle I would want out of the putter. This threaded rod is a steel piece of 3/8 inch threaded rod, so it's a really sturdy piece of threaded rod. It's not a 1/4 inch, it's not flexible like others. Even to bend it in the clamp was very difficult. And that's just to make sure that it is going to point down at the ground from a comfortable stance for myself, and it seems to work out pretty well as far as the fit. Once I sanded down the thumb groove in the handle, I drilled in a 5/16 inch hole about halfway through the handle, and that allowed me to thread the rod into the handle. I put a nut down at the bottom there to add some tension once I was done so the handle didn't twist on me, and it really does not, so it actually worked out quite well. When I went into this project, I planned on failing. I planned on just making kind of a goof of a project and didn't really think it would work out too well. For a project that started out as somewhat a goof, just wanting to use my tools in a fun way and trying to get back in the shop in a way that's more enjoyable, it turned into a project that I really like the outcome of. The putter head is solid, it doesn't dent, it doesn't ding as you hit a golf ball. PETG is a really solid plastic in general for 3D printing, and I printed this putter head with 100% infill, meaning it is solid plastic. It gives a good feel, it's sturdy. And then I used 3/8 inch nuts for the bottom and top of the putter head to kind of cinch it really tightly in there, and it doesn't move or wobble as you hit the ball. It just is a solid feeling. The shaft is solid in the sense that it's 3/8 inch threaded rod, so it doesn't have much of a bend to it, no more than a normal putter would. The head is very solid with the PETG, and the grip is a really nice grip that doesn't twist or turn with the putting. Before I get into the Fusion 360 and building of the club head, I'd like to take a second to ask if you do have any interest in these types of videos, or if you care to, consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. I'd like to build up my subscriptions as I move forward with these videos, and it would also let me know these are the types of videos people are watching. So consider subscribing. As for the build, I used Fusion 360. It took me about 16 minutes to design the putter head. with Fusion 360. This video is sped up 16 times, so it's actually a 1 minute kind of video of the Fusion 360 aspect of the build. But in reality, Fusion 360 is a really strong program that I recommend people check out if they're into 3D modeling. As I said before, consider subscribing. It means a lot to me. I hope you liked the video, and I hope I can do some more like it.